again from Kyms Homestead. I hope you're all doing well. Well, today I thought I'd just head straight in and start filling up the wicking beds. And I'm filling up the first one with the stone. This is the blue stone that I got for the first part of the wicking beds. And it usually takes 2 of these tubs to fill in the beds on the bottom part. And of course I've got to try and get around the 2 pots that I've got in there, which are going to be the well part. So here's the second tub. There's a lot of dust in it, but I'm not worried about that. Yep, we smooth it all out and tuck it in around the sides of the 2 pots. And here I'm putting the little covers over the 2 pots of the next bed. The covers just stop the stones from going into the little pots that I've got. On the last one, it's got the outlet, and I decided to put just a little pot over the intake of the outlet, which has the clear pipe on it, which lets me know how much water is in the system. And of course I'm just putting a few stones around it to hold it into place. And of course that stops any stones from getting in front of it and clogging up that window pipe, that I can see where the water comes up and how much is in the system. Now I'll just fill up the rest of the area, being careful of course not to flip the tops off of the pots that I've got in there to use as the well. And here goes the second container. And yes, those containers are pretty well. They're only about half full. That's about all I could manage at the time. Smooth it out and make sure that little pot is face first up against the side of the wicking bed, and the little holes down the bottom of that small pink pot will allow the water in and allow free flow of water into the viewing pipe. Now it's time to put the shade mesh on top of the stones, and of course to cut a little hole where the 2 pots are so that I can put sand down into the wicking chambers, which will of course allow all the water to wick up not only through the stones but also through the sand into the straw, and then the horse manure, and then into the potting medium. Of course it would help if the scissors were not quite as blunt as what these ones are, but they eventually get the job done. Now we're ready to put the sand in. And just fill up the 2 pots with sand, and they will wick up moisture into the next level. Now in we go with a couple of good handfuls of, well, I think that one is sugarcane mulch, or you can use straw, wood shavings, anything like that. I find it puts a really good layer in between the bottom medium and the horse manure. Takes a fair while for it to break down. Now we go in with the horse manure on top. Just straighten it all out. Break up some of those bigger pieces. And now we're ready to move on to the next one and start with the shade cloth. I'm just pushing it down the sides a little bit to help the edges sit in around the bed a bit better. Of course, it's quite difficult with those stones in place. Now it's time to cut a hole where the pots are. And here we go with the sand. Just smooth it out, and now we move on to the next level, which is the sugarcane mulch. I'm basically just using whatever I have on hand, using up all the bits and pieces that I've got. There's no need to go out and buy new stuff. And now it's time to get another bag of horse manure. Pretty darn heavy, the horse manure. And of course we only need half a bag in it. Move it out, break up some of those big chunks. It's pretty fresh, so it'll take a little while for it to break down, which is good. Okay, you see how these stones are all
moist and wet, they help to work on the wicking system. Now they will stay moist and wet and they will retain water, and they will also help wick up moisture into whatever medium I have up on top. At the moment I have the horse manure and the straw, and then I will have the potting mix. So they help keep all the moisture in underneath. So there's the wet one. This one here is, I've just added a few dry stones to this container. So all the stones underneath are wet and they will gradually wick up the moisture into the dry stones above. And this one has just been filled, and they will also eventually get wet just like the other ones. And that's how the wicking tubs work. Okay, well, they're currently all filled up to the horse manure mark now, and tomorrow I shall be picking up a bulk load of potting mix and filling it all up. So that will be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow filling it up with the potting mix. That's alright, potting mix is potting mix. Okay, now it's time to fill up with the compost I just got. Beautiful compost. There's actually quite a lot of sand in it. It takes about 1.5 tubs per bed to fill up. I'll probably have to go through in a little bit and top it up again. Here we go with the next one.
least it's a bit lighter than what the stones were. There's a couple of big clumps in there which I break up as I find them. Very well broken down, which is really good. I decided to add another container. So that's the 1.5 tubs basically per wicking bed. Here we go with the next load. And lucky last on that particular side. Only got 5 beds left to do. And then this job will be done. It's been a huge job. Taken quite a few weeks actually to finish this job. I've just been working on it as I've had time and as I've had the stuff to do it. Now ready to start on the next 5. I'm getting a bit tired by now, I can tell you. I think I might need to go for a haircut shortly. I look like one of the Beatles.
Good timing. It's just starting to rain. What I've also done is gotten some more worms. So I'll be putting a few worms in these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, little wormies. Now the only thing to do is check out the watering system. Give it a light water because there's too much dry material there for the wicking process to have any effect just yet. So I'll give it a light water in and check the watering system to see if I've got any leaks. Still filming, dear. Well, we've got probably 2 major leaks there and about 3 minor leaks, so which isn't too bad. I should be able to get rid of them in the next day or 2, and I will let this sit for probably a few days. I'm not quite ready to plant in it yet. I'm not quite sure what I want in there yet, but it won't be long and the season will be warm enough and we can start planning and planting what we're going to put into the new garden beds. So that's it for the wicking beds. That's how you put them together. I probably could have done a better job of putting the pipes in using flanges and all those other things that I know nothing about, but honestly that would have been more cost, and I was trying to keep the cost down as much as I possibly could, and that's why I went with this elastic. And I've currently used about 3 tubes of Celastic. I will buy another one to finish those, to fix up those leaks. So 4 tubes pretty much of Celastic at probably about $4 a tube from Cheapest Chips. I think it's about $7 or $8 from Bunnings. Same stuff, works just as well. So yeah, I buy the cheapest stuff. So whereas the flanges you're probably looking at about 20 bucks a pop, and that's on the cheap side. So not something that was in my budget. So as I said, if you stick enough glue around it, it'll stick. Anyway, that's it for this video, and that's it for this series on how to build wicking beds out of your cut off barrels. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And now they're all done, aside from a little bit of maintenance every now and again, I don't have to worry about them anymore, which I'm glad of, because I'm about pooped. So I've still got probably about half a trailer left of compost, and I've got the rest of these beds to top up, and I've got a new bed going just over there that I'm turning into a corn bed, and by the time I finish filling up a few containers of potting mix and making a seed starting mix, then so that's it for me from now. And if you've got any suggestions on what we can plant together, leave them in the comments box. That'll be good. Alright, well, that's it for me this time, guys, and I will see you very shortly with another video. Bye for now.